Hello, this is the director of Lost Ark Gold River. First off, as mentioned in the in-game notice, I would like to officially congratulate Lost Ark lovers for being the first group to clear Thaemine raid. Last Wednesday, after seeing the first week of the Darkness Legion Commander Thaemine raid, I would like to sincerely thank everyone who participated in the first clear event with great enthusiasm. A lot of things transpired since then, but it was due to everyone's beautiful effort that shined through to make this event a fun time. It was pretty fun though. It was due to the fervent support from everyone that even with the development team had a surprisingly fun time. I wonder what they think when they watch the raid. I wonder when they're watching it and they see everybody doing the raid. I wonder if they're kind of like laughing or they're working behind the scenes. I wonder what's going on. Fuck, we need to nerf Predator. Oh, you think so? Imagine they're taking notes for pain points when they nerf it. That's probably true too, right? You probably look at what's going on. You probably look at what's going on and figuring out what's difficult for players to pass so you can adjust it when the average player gets there, right? That's what I'm assuming it is, right? At this time, the Darkness Legion Commander Thaemine raid is actually a project to test Lost Ark's live service going forward, as I believe this raid is very important to serve a new starting point for players to experience a truly difficult raid at least once, and it would be a good opportunity to reorganize the direction for the future of Lost Ark. I wonder what he means by that. The direction that I originally wanted to focus on for Lost Ark was to make sure that players enjoy our game as much as possible. However, as more and more of the Legion commanders began to appear, the need for bigger and greater challenges came with it, and as those questions began to grow, the idea of making the Thaemine raid as difficult as possible was a long time coming. It's kind of a weird thing because I remember they were saying this for a while, and then now it's like you've kind of locked yourself into doing this. You know what I mean? Especially at a time where I don't think it was a good idea, right? Like because people were kind of burning out of like saying that the raids were a little too difficult for like farm, and then they're like, well, fuck, what do we do now, right? And then he was talking about making the raids a little bit more like they used to be back in the day, but then they released this raid, and it's clearly not like the older raids. Landing on this decision also came with a great sense of fear and dread. Yeah, exactly. These patterns and gimmicks of the raid can be mastered relatively quickly, but the physical toll it takes to get to that point is a huge undertaking. That's kind of the main thing, yeah, because it's so long. The raid's too long. I don't even know what they're gonna do. I think it's cool. I think like it's cool to have a hard, like I actually don't think Belshazzar 1-6 was honestly the worst thing. I just think it was bad that you had to do it so many times. If I did it like once a month, I really wouldn't care. But doing it across multiple characters, like if it gave me a shitload of gold and I did it once, I feel like it's fine, right? But yeah, I guess you could just nerf the HP a lot. I'm curious how they're going to do it. I don't know. Seems like it's going to be kind of a weird nerf, but I guess HP is probably going to be the best play, right? Make him weak to holy damage, something like that. Oh, and this is something that I thought about for a long time. In the case of the Belshazzar raid, assuming that there are similar levels of skills, had a difficulty to it, and that it scaled with each gate, and was also difficult primarily through the gimmicks, which resulted in a lot of suffering. It was clearly a mistake and a lapse of judgment on our part. Since then, the adjustments to the raid, this is a really great post, right? We have received many positive reviews and served as a teaching point to us. Yeah, what do you guys think? New Brel? I mean, I think New Brel is okay. However, we went against everything we learned from Belshazzar. For many parts, Thaemine raid, and we were fearful of how these parts would be viewed. Yeah, that's pretty much what I was saying, man. Like, is this a good idea? I mean, the thing is, we don't even know if it's a good idea, right? It's a good idea to watch. I mean, this was a lot more fun to watch than Hell Brel. I actually saw Cody online saying he's sad that they might be getting rid of like equalized hell mode, but no one cares about hell mode, man. It is kind of smode, I guess, but it's like if no one does it, they're probably thinking like, why are we wasting so much time developing this stuff? You know? It's kind of sad. Yeah, I do. I mean, you might, but it's like, what did they say? It's like 5% of people do hell mode. It's sad. 2%? It's wrong mentality. I didn't even give you my mentality. I said it's sad. What? I'm not making the change because I have 18 raids to do. I feel like a lot of people aren't interested in doing it because they're not interested in doing it though. A lot of people typically don't try to do the hardest shit though. The rewards are poo. I don't think it's that expensive. I think the rewards are, you would make time for something that you want to do, man. If something's important to you, you do it. If you want something, you fucking do it. Like it's not like literally in real life. Like when you sit on the YouTube black hole, when you gotta wake up at 5 a.m. in the fucking morning for work. How many of you guys stay up later than you should? You do it because you're fucking addicted. You do it because you want to do it. If you want to do something, you fucking do it. I feel like people just don't want to do it. How many of you guys don't want to do it? Just straight up, you don't care. You don't want to do it. It sounds too AIDS, not whatever. I don't want to do it. Type of one in the chat. I think there's a lot of people. Granted, I'm not saying that's everyone, and I'm sad that I don't know what the answer is. You know, I'm not here to design shit. That's the problem, right? Is people aren't doing it, and so it does kind of bum me out. So, but the thing is, I like to watch, right? Like I'm down to watch the new raids and hard, difficult raids. It's fun to watch. So we don't really know how it's gonna play out, right? Yeah, I feel like if it gave, like I said, if it gave a custom glow or something, bro, like some kind of shit, then yeah, you would get more people doing it. But what I'm trying to get at is they make this whole custom raid with custom mechanics. It's not an entirely new raid, but they do add some. If you looked at like Hellbrell, they added some new shit, and then if 2% of people do it, it's like, I guess they're probably thinking like, well, fuck, man, if we're gonna make this thing, we got to get more people to do it because we're just wasting time making this shit, right? They got to make it so that they can be working on new raids for everybody. I don't know what the answer is, man. It does bum me out though. Hell Mode create an entire community around it. Well, that's how it is for every game, Xerxes, right? What I'm saying is, I think it's cool, right? I don't make the decisions. What I'm saying is that there's a community for everything. Like there's a community for LARPing. There's a community for fucking everything. There is a community of people that love Hell Mode, but it's not enough people, I think, for them to justify doing it. Obviously, I guess so. If they made Hell Mode non-equalized, well, I think in some ways equalized content is dog shit. I know you're gonna probably but I think it's not actually like, for example, it would be cooler to do Hell Clown on my juiced sharpshooter than to do it on, but that's just extreme clown. I don't know. Like in some ways, like going and doing Vaulton on a 1445 character is kind of dog shit. I don't know. What if I want to play my character but play it more? I don't know what the word is. Maybe they could scale it up and then it's equalized. You have to think about, if you're going from a character with full elixirs to go back and do something, it probably for the average person, not the community that already does it. Because we're not concerned about the community that already does it if it's 2% of the player base. We're talking about for everyone else that doesn't do it, it could be the rewards. It could be they don't have time. It could be that it's just not fun. It could be multiple things. Title isn't enough. It's just weird because in some games, the title is enough. No, I'm just saying in some games, people really go for a title. Like in some games, people like really want X title next to their name. NA West Hell Pilot Service begs to disagree. Of course, people that do Hell Mode right now don't agree. I mean, that's clearly like that's not like it's. I get it, but I don't know. Like I said, it does make me sad, but I guess we'll have to see what they're gonna do. However, regardless of the situation, we wanted to make Thaemine a really big challenge. So again, we're going back from how they were worried about making Brel. Brel was too hard. They want to make the game easier, and then they were worried about Thaemine. We wanted to make Thaemine a really big challenge, and we believe we were able to achieve that goal. Wow. Looking over the Thaemine raid as a whole, if there were parts that fell short of our expectations, we will reflect on those mistakes and put an effort to rectify any issues that came up from the raid going forward. Watching the first clear event unfold and seeing the enthusiasm from everyone, we reflected on what we have largely missed from the MMORPG genre. One of the big challenges that come to mind is creating the stories of MMORPGs, and I believe having a good story can create for a good time for everyone, whether you enjoy playing the game or not. I wonder if he means lore. I guess both. Like player stories are also equally important, you know? Like this team versus that team is also pretty, like player stories are also important too, you know? He means like Captain Jack's versus, that's what I'm saying. That's a player story. Captain Jack versus League of Villains, the best gunlancer in the world story. Also, who's Thaemine? When is his mask going to come off? I don't know which one he means, but I think they're both good. He means community memory, yeah. I feel like narratives are important. I do think player story is more important than lore. And I feel like this race kind of had a lot of player story. Well, for me it is. Maybe not for everyone, of course. Furthermore, on the other hand, I can't help but think about the players that are playing the game themselves. Even though every single person who has an interest in Lost Ark is precious to us and we are extremely grateful towards them, we can't help but prioritize the players who actually play the game over those who don't. Going forward, if the inflation and difficulty continues to rise, starting with Thaemine, I don't think the future of Lost Ark will be bright. So they're going to start nerfing the game. As a result, we plan to make the difficulty of future raids to be more in line with the raids that currently exist in the game. However, for the important raids, Hell Mode versions will be developed separately and will be released... Oh! All at once. What the fuck? Wow. Also, we plan to have first clear awards and honors for Hell Modes going forward. Whoa. That's pretty fucking cool. I actually really like that, I think. It is equalized? I don't think so. It's extreme, not hell. I mean, I don't know what we call it. Extreme. Well, I mean, I don't know what it is, but I feel like that's pretty cool. In summary, hard mode raids will continue to function as is in Lost Ark, not to the degree of Thaemine hard mode, but it will still be difficult. And for raids that have first clear rewards, Hell modes, so like statues, I guess, like top 10, Hell mode versions will be released at the same time to create an extremely challenging environment that we plan to have something, and we plan to have something separate planned. Wow, I'm sorry. It's the medication. And we plan to have something planned separately for it. I guess it's just worded it weirdly. Yeah, maybe more like little races or something. I kind of liked how they gave out the titles and stuff. And we can get some more like fun watch parties. I really liked it. I thought the watch parties were really cool. I enjoyed it. Like sitting there every night and just watching together and stuff. I really enjoyed it. These races won't work in the West unless raids are global. I mean, I don't know. I feel like the pay to win kind of makes the races just... Generally, it's like a hybrid of whales and skilled players, like both on the same thing, and that's hard to keep up with, right? It's kind of pointless anyway. If the race is in Hell mode, it's not pay to win anymore. Well, I don't know if it's going to be equalized, right? Did they say it though? Anyway, let's keep going. This puts pressure on us to deliver, but for important upcoming raids like facing Khazros, it is a task we are willing to undertake. Additionally, as previously mentioned, we plan to focus on vertical content as well as update horizontal content to a satisfactory level that isn't disappointing. You said this last time and it was a gigantic L. I'm going to be honest. So I don't know if they're going to be able to pull this off, but this is kind of for me a little bit more of I believe it when I see it. No, but they did say this last time and it didn't really follow through. No, not like that. Like making fun horizontal content, right? Unless they mean on improving it, sure. But I think they mean like other activities in the game. Furthermore, we will pursue other means of providing satisfactory content outside of the game through various forums such as recent CG cinematic trailers. Huh. Honestly, the trailer was a giant W. The trailer was fucking sick. And I feel like it did a lot of good for the excitement of the raid. I thought the trailer was a massive, massive fucking W. I loved it. It made me more excited, right? The Thaemine raid will be receiving a nerf soon. I wonder if they have the nerf planned. We'll be receiving a nerf as soon as the top 10 groups have been placed. But if the top 10 groups are unable to complete the raid, we will make necessary adjustments before the 5th anniversary event. I'm still thinking about how to go about these adjustments, but there's slight possibility that I'll make a change to the Hell line mode. Does that mean zero line mech? Tien, this is during the final phase of Gate 4.5 where Thaemine health bar is grayed out. Oh, like that? Lastly, the first clear event bet was not something that we had planned in advance. During the Thaemine showcase, we were very happy with the reception and a surprise betting event was made on the spot. What's a betting event? As a result, we did not prepare a gift. We thought long and hard about what to do and the ideas were thrown around. Something similar to League of Legends World Championship, winning the team that gets a skin in game. With that in mind, we were brainstorming ideas and like making unique emoticons based on the first clear team characters. Holy shit. Whether they were going to give them an extra gift, I don't really understand that though. We're also planning on other rewards as well, so please be patient as we will gift wrap them beautifully. Wow. To those who got interested in Lost Ark, even if they don't play, and those who continue to play, take on all challenges that Lost Ark has to offer, and to those who just enjoy Lost Ark in general, I want to once again sincerely thank you from the bottom of my heart. We will always try to put our best foot forward. Thank you, yours truly. You son of a bitch, you're leaving in like 2 months. This guy leaves in 2 months. There's no way he can leave. It doesn't even make any sense. Like, there's actually no way he can leave. It's like the guy, anyone else that's going to come on, it's just people aren't going to like, and they're going to be mad, and every time they make a mistake.